Welcome to New Hampshire Politics with John Burt. I'm John Burt. And as I said last week, we have a famous representative from Nashua that's going to be my guest. Representative Ken Gidge.
Yes, and I'm a Democrat who must come up here to Gulfstown occasionally and straighten you out. You know what I mean? Well, it's Christmas time, by the way.
It is. Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas to you. And I'm an artist, and this is called 3D art. I'm not sure if you can see it, but you look at it, John. People can't see it on TV, but you can take a look at it.
Oh, yes.
Tell them what you see.
Now, without the glasses, it looks flat.
Just like, right.
Yep. But then when you put these on, the green is very deep. The yellow, the light yellow, is very deep. And when you touch it, it almost looks like you're putting your hand in, your finger in. It's incredible. And the outer red was really, it is pretty neat.
This is anybody can get the paint to come off. It's going into the levels. In fact, this one is not for sale, the original. This goes down 7 layers on the original.
Really?
I can't repeat that, because if you could, and it glows in the sun. The thing will glow, and I don't know why it does that. So I came up with the process. Nobody knows about it. Nationally, we might be introducing it, showing people how it's done.
Really?
And then let other artists use it.
Yeah.
I'm not making any damn money now. How can you? Here's a card, buy it. It's very good, right?
Yes.
Excellent. But they can't see the 3D. How can you sell it?
So you have to have the glasses?
You have to have well, no. I mean, it looks good anyway.
Now, could you make that without the glasses to have the 3D effect, or no?
You mean to have it so it's 3D without glasses?
Yes. Who's the Winter Scenes, that artist guy?
I know who he is.
Christmas guy.
Yeah. I know who he is.
Yeah. I can't remember, but those are just beautiful. He always has lights in his.
Yes, he's excellent. Well, there is a way of doing it. His are not 3D.
No.
But they are so well done that. And by the way, at the end, he wasn't doing them.
Oh, really?
No. I mean, Michael, he had painters doing them, and then he'd go in and do a little touch up. It was a process.
Yeah.
It's a technique. Once you learn the technique, this started basically from Jackson Pollock. As I used to start it off as Jackson Pollock when I first started doing it. I went to the Art Institute in the 60s, for art, and then also in an acting school. And many years, I finally came back to it, and I said, well, what do I want to do in art? I said, well, let me just go to Jackson Pollock, and what else can we come up with? Yeah. And what it was Jackson Pollock, and then I came up with a new process as I was doing it. So That's from Jackson Pollock, basically. It's call it an evolution.
Yeah. It is incredible looking through the glasses.
Yes, I want you to know it's not signed. You see, artists don't sign the cards, or they'll cost you $1,000.
Yeah, so you being my favorite Democrat rep at the New Hampshire House, I can't get you to sign it.
Of course you can.
And then someday it'll be worth millions.
Well, I have people who buy the art, who know art, and who research art, and come in and will buy 2 or 3 pieces. And, they don't care.
Now, do you ever have a show, an art show?
Oh, yes, I've had art shows, sure.
Because my late friend, Marquita Miller, she's had a couple shows when she was alive.
Yes.
And it's pretty impressive, the shows, and the people that show up.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Well, it all depends if you got a true gallery, and,
Yeah, hers was in Lincoln, Mass. She had it right there at the gallery.
Okay, yeah, when you do one of those, that's... that's how you can make your money. But I've got to go for the big stuff. The reason why, quite simply, is that this is brand new. If I show how the process is done, I give it away, but I'm sort of like the father and mother of it, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So getting something from me would probably be valuable. But we got something. You got Trump.
Yes.
How'd that happen?
Yes.
Oh my God! I thought that. Thank you, New Hampshire, for not
We were 1,500 votes away.
Yeah, and he was in 3 states. He was won by 40,000 in 3 states. I mean, this guy is just.
But he won. The Electoral College.
Well, he won, but did you win? And did we win?
Oh, yes.
You think we won?
Yes, America's going to be great again.
When hasn't it been great? Excuse me. When
Obamacare?
Excuse me. When Obama came in,
disaster.
it was 10%. Now it's 4.2 or something like that. Excuse me.
Well, that's only because they push people off unemployment after 30 months.
Excuse me. Obamacare.
Yeah,
I'm in commerce, banking, and insurance.
Yes, you've been there a lot of years.
Yeah, that's right. Now, what a lot of people don't know is what the Republicans did is they made a law where you couldn't set up an insurance exchange, which means the federal government would give the state the money and the state would disperse it. Oh no, we made that illegal. All right?
Yeah.
So in comes an insurance company. Anthem, one insurance company, tells the federal government, we'll do it. Federal government says, okay, nobody's complaining. They cut down 10 hospitals, right? One right in my city. Now, Obama said you could have your doctor. Well, when you made that law in the state of New Hampshire, more doctors and patients lost their patients and doctors because of that law.
Well, but it happened nationwide. I don't think it was because of this law. Nationwide, you lost your doctor in most cases.
Excuse me, listen, if I'm from Nashville, the second largest city. We have St. Joe's and we have Southern Regional. They closed Southern Regional. I mean,
but why?
Well, you couldn't. The insurance company that became the exchange for the money, all right, said we're going to do it our way so we can make money. So we're going to cut 10 hospitals out, and one of them was in our city. Well, if your doctor doesn't have the privileges of going, you can't operate in that hospital or you can't go to that hospital, of course you're going to lose your doctor.
Now, you're on Commerce.
Yes.
Were you there, because you've been there a long time?
Yes.
Were you there when Shaheen, I think it was Governor Shaheen, cut, what did we have at one time for insurance companies? 18 or 16 of them in the state?
Yeah.
Down to 3 or 4. And now I think we have 2.
No, it's sort of like,
ones.
Yeah, but
Were you part of that?
No, I wouldn't.
That was before you?
No, I wouldn't have been part of that. No. The great problem with that is that we're so small. We can't do 8 insurance companies. You can't do 10 insurance companies.
Why were there
There's
18
no money
of
up
them?
here.
But why were there 18 then?
Well,
It's like car insurance.
I know, but we're not enough up here. Why would 5 insurance companies come up here? We're only 1.3 million.
Well, but State Farm, Allstate, all the Prudential, all the car insurance.
Well, are up here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't the insurance companies follow us?
No money.
No, there's got to be money.
There's no money in it.
What I'm paying
They
for
cut
a premium?
down what for?
My health care?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your premium?
I think my wife pays $83 a week, something like that.
Okay. What is your?
Maybe it's every 2.
That's your premium, and what is your? When you go
we
in?
got good insurance.
Yeah, but when you go in, is there a?
Copay. I think it's $10. It's a $750 per person deductible or a $500.
Yeah. Okay.
Per person.
Well, there are people who have $5,000 deductible.
That's what I used to have.
And when
I married my wife.
I saw that, I knew 2 things. I knew that wasn't going to work, and I knew that Obama was a genius, absolute genius.
How?
And the reason why he's a genius is this: when you have something like that, and I'm in commerce, which is insurance, and when that came up, I went right off the deep end. I said, we can't do this. That's impossible. But there were a lot of people who were getting money from the government, so it wasn't costing them as much, okay?
Yes, yep.
The people couldn't get that, and we're on Obamacare. It was $5,000, which is totally unequivocally ridiculous. The genius of it is that the skeleton is up. You're never going to get rid of it. You're going to make it better. You're going to streamline it.
Yes.
Okay, you're not going to, if Ryan thinks he's going to come in and say, okay, we're going to give you this amount of money per month so you can buy your own insurance from anyone you want to. Really? Honestly. So this is like half of what you were getting me for. That stuff like that's not going to work. It all should go to the best insurance business in the United States is Medicare. It's run very, very well. All right. Why don't in the United States? Why did they, under a Republican, make it illegal to go to Canada to buy your medications?
Well, I agree there.
That's terrible.
We should be able to buy, legal prescriptions at a cheaper cost anywhere as we can.
Look, I'm in Commerce. If they still keep me after what I'm going to say. No, you're going to keep me anyway. It's not the insurance that you got to redo. It's the insurance companies you have to redo. And so that sounds almost like it's socialist.
Yes. So how do you fix
well,
that?
Let me ask you a question. Why is it you go from one insurance company to the other insurance company? It's the same.
Well, because of the state regulations against them.
No, they can't. One should be cheaper than the other.
But they have mandates of ABC.
Hold on, John. You're talking about more insurance companies coming up here.
And we need to get rid of regulations to let them come up here. It's the same way with gas companies.
John,
why is there only 3 cents difference from one gas company to another?
Well, my whole point. Look, I come from a family of inventors, and what you learn when you're doing an invention. I've had products marketed nationally and internationally. I understand how it works. As soon as you come up with something, we'll say automation. All right, we'll use this as an example. An invention does something in automation. The first thing you do is you save money.
Yes.
Hospitals are the only business that when you save them money, they charge you more because they say the product costs more. True, but the product does 3 things. I mean, like you're going for an x-ray.
Yep.
All right. By the time you walk from the x-ray to your doctor's office, they've already looked at it. Well, the old days were, unless it was a break, you'd come back 4 days later to see what it was. Well, that's all gone.
Yes.
So it is more expensive to buy one thing that does 5 things, but they charge you more. They shouldn't do that.
Yeah. Yep.
I went to the hospital. I had Bell palsy. Remember?
Yes.
Going to the hospital. Now, I didn't mention I was a representative. I don't do that.
No, I mean neither.
So I go in the hospital, and my face is drooping, and I'm thinking it's a stroke. That's what they say. So they give me a CAT scan. They come back and say, it's not a stroke. It's Bell palsy because it's all right. But we see up here, it looks like there's a swollen, blood vessel. You need an MRI. I said, okay, let's have one. Oh, no, they went home at 4:30 today. And I said, excuse me, St. Joe's Hospital? And by the way, that's in my ward.
Yeah.
They went home. You're going to let me out of here with something in my head that could break?
Yeah.
They omitted me. Instead of costing the hospital and the insurance all that money, instead of calling that person to come back and to do that. 4:30 in the afternoon on a Saturday. This is what you're up against.
Yeah. Oh,
we don't need this.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge challenge to fix our health care.
It's only one way to do it. It's not the health care, it's the insurance companies.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. No, we got to fix that.
Well, you can't. That's the biggest industries in the world.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell you things.
Yeah. Well, and how many lobbyists do they have?
They're monsters.
It's like pharmaceuticals.
They're absolutely monsters. Yeah. To change something for the better, the first thing they do is they go to business and they say it's going to cost you more money.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first thing they do.
Yeah.
Which is not true if you can get something through. Yeah. You must stop thinking of insurance the way you've been thinking about it and how we've been using it. You have to think differently because you're never going to get it cheaper.
Now, do you think they're moving toward keeping us healthier so it's cheaper in the long run?
Well, well, that's what they do in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. If I went into the doctor's office and he said, "Look, you weigh 30 pounds too much. We're gonna come back and in 10 weeks, and I want to see 15 of that off."
Yes.
All right, and he maybe sends me an email.
Yeah.
All right, it's the second week. How are you doing? What are you doing for weight? Or you need this particular type of vitamin, like vitamin D. A lot of people need vitamin D.
Yeah, I take vitamin D.
All right, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So you're healthier. So it gives you more time to get hit by a car, struck by lightning.
Yes.
So you get rid of it right away.
But I mean, I would think that would be the better way to go because, as you know, and I've told the viewers a bunch of times, on December 21st was a year for my sleeve surgery, as they call it, and I've lost 134 pounds.
134 pounds,
but I'm off all my meds, which was costing the insurance company $8,400 a year.
There you go.
So they paid for the insurance at tens of thousands.
Yeah.
But if I'm alive and off my meds for a couple of years, 3 years, then they're making money.
Well, what a lot of people don't know, because if I'm in the business for the state, I see things nationally, insurance, something has to be done. And the genius of Obamacare was this. They knew this was going to happen. All right? You had to get to a point where things had to change. Now, they're going to do everything they can do to move the cards around.
Yes.
It's not going to get any better until they start saying, all right, half the country is going to deal with the pharmaceutical companies to do business. In other words, you can do business, or the state can do business, or the entire country can do business. Because we pay more for our medicine, like 10 times more.
Oh, yeah.
And we support the rest of the world.
Yep.
We're donors.
Oh, they say the stuff that cost us $500 a month, they can sell it in Canada and other countries for $72 a month.
Yeah.
It's that much difference. That's what I heard.
Yeah, well, your politicians are letting them get away with it. You're one of the politicians.
Well, down D.C.
So what are you going to do about it?
Well, down D.C. they drink Kool-Aid.
Well, excuse me.
Yeah, but
you just got your president. What are you going to do about it?
Well, hopefully he's going to fix it.
Oh, yeah, so if he doesn't do that, we can already save a lot of money just by doing the medicine thing.
Yeah.
The whole United States are going, okay, we want penicillin. Instead of $50 a shot, we're going to give you 300 million people. What can you give it to us at?
Yes.
All of a sudden, a lot of companies would jump up because penicillin is not something that is under contract or patented any longer. Other people can make it.
Yes.
All right, so what would happen?
Yeah. It should get cheap.
We could start selling it right here for 1/100th the cost, probably make 5 cents a shot, do nothing other than make sure it's sold like that. And that's so simple. But there is your man in Washington. Let's see what he's going to do.
Well, that's it.
That's the first thing.
We got to get him he's elected. We got to get him signed or sworn in.
Yeah, before he does something really stupid, dumber than he's done.
Well, before my battery dies, I do want to just show a couple clips, and then have you explain, because you're my famous rep.
Yeah, and I want to understand it's going to project up there.
Yes, yep, right up there, or you can watch it down here. The viewers will see it up here.
Right, all right. Tell me what.
It's going to be Hillary's talking on this one, the first video, and here it is right here.
Yeah, okay.
Every time Donald thinks things are not going in his direction, he claims whatever it is rigged against him. So we've been around for 240 years. We've had free and fair elections. We've accepted the outcomes when we may not have liked them. He is denigrating. He's talking down our democracy. And I, for one, am appalled that somebody who is the nominee of one of our two major parties would take that kind of position.
And I wish everybody would note that you cut him off from saying anything, which was probably the most rudest statements that he could make against anyone.
Well, he would probably call the truth out, yes.
The what?
The truth. And
he doesn't know the truth.
He would have went bang, bang, bang.
He doesn't know the truth.
But
Tell me something that he has said that's truthful. Well, how about soon as the election is over, I'm going down and we're going to win that case from Trump University because guess what? We're right, they're wrong. What happens? The first night he gets elected, hey, it's a $25 million check. It's all over. He bought himself out. He lied to you.
Not on that, because that's his private
Excuse
business.
me. Did he tell you that?
I don't remember.
Did he
him
mention
saying
you
that.
say that?
No.
Didn't you remember him talking about a judge who was Spanish?
He talked about the case.
The case who was
saying
the
that
guy
the
was
attorneys
Spanish.
are looking
You
at
couldn't
it.
trust him.
I would have signed up.
And
I would've
his
paid
he
off.
was born here in the United States.
Yep.
But you couldn't trust this guy. Mentioned his name.
Yep.
But I'm going to build a wall. But his father was Mexican. Okay. But when this is over, let me tell you, I'm going to win that case. Here's $25 million. He lied to you.
Well, but what do you think about Jill Stein going around?
No. Let's take care of this one first. What do you think of that?
You mean on the
Him lying to you?
I don't
about
think
that.
he did.
Really? You never heard him say that I'm going to win this case?
No, I heard that he has lawyers on it and to let them deal with it.
You know, John.
And when they come back with an offer, I'm going to look at it and pay
John, listen to me. It was supposed to go to trial. That's what it
Yes.
was supposed to do. John, he lied to you. Don't make excuses for him.
$25 million is nothing.
Oh, wow. It's not the money, it's the lie.
But he didn't.
Excuse me, he got rid of it. Yeah, he says he has $25 million.
That's a smart businessman.
Look,
You wouldn't do it.
hold on a second.
You wouldn't write a check for $100 to get rid of something.
He said that he was going to go to court and win this.
Yes.
He didn't win, he lost.
No, I think he did
He
win.
lost
He
by
wrote
paying the $25 million.
That's
he
not,
lost.
That's not a
That's a
guilt.
lie.
That's not
He
guilt.
lied to you.
No.
He didn't lie to you.
No, I don't think he did.
All right, and do you realize that, 52% of the people who are Republicans believe that he won the popular vote?
Well, I don't
Did
think
you know
there's
that
many.
statistic?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. So he's a minority president because she has 2.9 million more votes than he's got.
If we got rid of California, he wouldn't.
Oh, let's get rid of the whole state. Let's get rid of a whole state.
Hey, if that earthquake went up and it floated out into the ocean.
Yes, but if there's 1.3 people here in the state of New Hampshire, and you double that, that's 2.6. All right. So in other words, 2 of New Hampshire's and a 300,000 more.
Well, now where are you on the Electoral College? Do you want to do away with
Absolutely, I agree with it. Absolutely.
that? To have it.
Oh, absolutely. You have to have it.
So your friends.
I think it's got to be.
So some of your friends that say it should be by popular vote
Well,
because they can't handle that Hillary lost because she was the golden one supposed to win.
look. I think this has happened 3 times in our history in 240 years. The
Yes.
last one was 15 years ago when it was 500,000 votes. Gore won by 500,000. Popular. When that finally was done, he said, "Okay, I'm done." He won the popular vote. 15 years later, 16 years later, it's
But even
2.9 million.
But
That's
even
Gore.
Gore walked away
Oh, yeah.
and said it's the right
Absolutely.
thing to have the Electoral
Well,
College
she does
decide.
too. She does also. She's not
Well,
against it.
I'm hearing she's funneling a lot of money to Jill Stein.
Is that what you? Wait a minute.
I heard it on Fox
wait a minute.
News.
And Fox News, and also she's running a pawn children thing at a pizza place in Washington.
Yeah. that's
People
what I
believe
heard.
this, you know.
Oh yeah, they do.
Guy brings a gun down there. Some people believe that she was in pornographic with young kids and everything.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Yes.
Do you believe that?
I
You
would-
have to hesitate.
I would hope
Excuse
not.
me. Excuse me. You have to hesitate?
There's too much corruption.
Excuse
there.
me. Excuse me. Pornographic with kids.
Yeah, I would say
Person
no.
who's running for the presidency.
I would say no
But why did you hesitate?
because of the foundation that she has. It is so corrupt that I have to pause and go, Could she do it?
Yeah, let me
And-
see.
and I would hope the answer is no.
Her foundation is so bad.
It
that
is.
When his foundation was looked at in New York, they canceled it, so he cannot do any more charitable work under that corporation that he's been using because it's illegal.
Yeah.
Hers is legal. You don't like it.
Well, is it?
Yeah.
And now Trump won't go and prosecute her, or have the AG look at it more.
Trump couldn't
So
prosecute
that's true.
her.
He could have the
Give me
AG
a
that he's going to
break.
appoint.
Give me a break.
No, it's true.
Listen, listen. If there was any question, Obama would just give her a little simple paper to keep her in her pocket. Excuse me, Yahoo, your man, is going to prosecute her. What?
He kept saying he's going to put her in jail.
He is such a narcissist person, and that is an individual who's never wrong. Listen to this.
Yep.
All right. He saves jobs, right? He saves jobs, cars, or something that's going to leave. Carrier or somebody.
The carrier, yeah.
All right.
Air conditioner.
All right. So he goes down there, and he says, 1,100 jobs I'm going to save.
Yep.
We're saving 1,100 jobs. The next day, the person of the union says, look, we really wish he would get the numbers right, because this morning 300 people woke up and didn't have a job. It wasn't 1,100, it was more like 780 that they saved. And by the way, they got $7 million. And do you know what the man said they were going to do with the $7 million?
What?
Automate. They're getting money to keep jobs so they can automate to get rid of the jobs? That's really bright.
Well, but it's better than shutting the whole plant down.
I'll tell you, I don't know a plant in the United States who wouldn't do that. Who you can go around to everyone and throw money at them.
Well, they did it in Vermont. There was this green plant over there that the state taxpayers gave them. It was millions in the low millions.
And how they do?
Well, they stayed because they were going to come to New Hampshire.
Ah.
And they said, Vermont said, no, we can't lose you.
The problem here in New Hampshire is, and I've said this before, is we're so cheap, we're stupid. Okay. What happened? There are no really tax breaks for businesses.
I agree.
Really, there's nothing. How stupid is that?
We need tax breaks.
You want more people up here. You want more people to work up here. We're an old state.
No, I think towns, and I don't think towns are allowed, but I think towns should have the right to say, Manchester, Nashua, hey, if you want to bring your business here, we'll give you a $10,000 tax credit on your taxes for the next 5 years.
But that's why they hire you. If the town wants something, it's up to you to get me, Kenny from Nashua, and a lot of others, reps, who know that it's going to come to Goffstown, no place else, because it's going to come to Nashua. I try to, it's the game of keeping the business. That's why they hire us. And we're pretty stupid to let New Hampshire, let other businesses, right to work is going to bring businesses in here. No, it's not. Why would it? Because what people really want is they want tax breaks.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
We don't do it.
No, I agree.
Okay.
Now we're going to take just a quick break, and then we'll be right back. I have one more video I'd love to show you.
Well, here we go.
Yes, it's a good one too. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned for the next video. Welcome back. And again, we're talking with Ken Gidge. He's a representative down in Nashua.
Welcome back.
Yes.
Nice to see you all up here in, where is it? Let's see, Manchester? No, it's Goffstown.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Now, you
right.
do know Goffstown, unlike your district, we're pretty conservative up here. I think we might have 80 Democrats in town.
Really?
Yeah.
You're really conservative?
Well,
You're really conservative, huh?
Sadly, they don't the Republicans don't come out in March to vote.
Really? So let me see. Nashua still is the #1 city in the state of New Hampshire that puts more money into the treasury than any other city, including Manchester. Yeah, we don't know what we're doing down there.
That's because you're on the border and you're stealing all the Massachusetts money.
And by the way,
Which is good.
By the way, that's another thing is you must get gaming in here, because what's happening is what Massachusetts has been trying to do for years is to bring down their sales tax, and they figure if they can bring it down to 3 cents, they'll take 40 to 50% away from us. In other words, they can bring it down.
Well, what is their sales tax now?
I don't know, 7.
Oh yeah, how are they ever going to bring it down?
Because they've got gaming now.
Nah, it ain't going to work.
Are you kidding me? Not only do they have gaming, they've got now slot machines that are going to go on a Revere.
Yeah, but they're going to spend the money.
Yes, yes.
But they're not going to reduce the 7%.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
You want to know why? We're the prize. We're more than gaming. We're more than slot machines. Yeah. New Hampshire is the prize.
Oh, it is.
That's why a lot of companies are going, we'll pay the sales tax. Come on and do business with us. Sales tax free weekends.
Oh, they didn't have one last week.
Ah, fine. A lot of stores are doing it.
No,
keeping people in there.
Gaming, I think, is overrated. I've always voted against it, and the biggest reason is because it's government controlled.
What are you talking about?
With all the regulations, and then they want to add 50 more state troopers, and I'm going.
What are you talking about?
Down in Salem.
What are you talking about?
They were going to put that casino down in Salem
at
Rockingham.
Who do you think was going to pay for the troopers?
The taxpayers.
No, they'll pay for the troopers.
No.
Yeah.
Because they were going to pay for the extra 50 troopers the first 7 years. After that, the casino paid us nothing. So
well, I'll tell you what.
Who picks up the tab? We do.
The first 7 years, there should be plenty. Look,
they're only going to pay X amount of dollars.
Listen to me. I'm from Nashua, okay? I have seen what happens when Massachusetts does things like that. There's a lot of money that's lost. If they brought, because of the gaming, and this was one of the plans, they got gaming, and with that income coming in, they're going to try to bring their sales tax down. If they can bring it down to 4 cents, all right, or 3.5 cents, they can simply say to the people coming to New Hampshire, hey, look, you're going to have to spend $100 before to pay for a gallon of gas. Do it here. Shop your neighbors. Or the store right down the street will say, hey, I'll pay the sales tax. Come on and do business with me. It's better than having a sale where you save $300 on a TV or something.
But I got friends in Massachusetts, and they said that they'll never lower a tax. They never, like us, we lowered the business tax, 25% of 1%. So 1/4%. We lowered the business tax. It was some small amount, and we got an extra $100 million.
Well, I don't believe it.
That's what they say.
No, well, that's who says. Who says?
That's what the State House is saying.
So who in the State House is saying that? The building,
even Hassan's
excuse me, the building
credit.
Can't talk.
Well, that's true.
There are echoes. I understand that. $100 million.
Hassan is taking credit for bringing that
well,
extra
she
money.
ought to take
She
credit.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. Well, she didn't veto the bill.
Look.
But she vetoed everything else.
I'm going to tell you a scenario that can take place.
Yep.
We're an old state. An old state means at one time there'll be more older people than younger people. All right? That's considered, we're moving into that. That's an old state.
Yes.
People are not coming and staying in New Hampshire. They're really not. It's so few came in the last.
Our increase is.
Well, no, yeah, I know, but that's not an increase. In
well,
fact,
Maine and Vermont are going down.
Well, that's the point, is that our increase isn't good enough. We're all, look,
Yes, I agree.
52 years ago, 54 years ago, New Hampshire said, we got to make some money, we're going to start a lottery.
Yes.
What happened was all the same arguments. It's going to be owned by the state. It's going to make people, you know.
Which it is. The
right,
lottery is.
They're going to do this. It's going to be bad. It's going to be horrible. Guess what? The whole United States is doing it because of New Hampshire. Guess what? We're at a point right now, a precipice, right this moment, where we're old. Massachusetts, upon the border, they know that if they can get their business back, that's worth like 10 casinos. It's that much money. That much money. So if they bring it down to 4 cents, do you know how much we're going to lose?
But I'm not hearing any talk of them doing it.
They just got, the casino hasn't even opened yet.
Well, and that's already in the lawsuit.
Oh, yeah? I got
the Everett one,
yeah,
aren't they being
and
sued?
ladies and gentlemen, what they wanted to do in Nashua is put a toll booth in Nashua. Good place to put one. You know what Massachusetts says? You put one in Nashua, we'll put one across the board. That's great.
Yes, I agree.
So if you're coming to New Hampshire, Nashua, to get to Concord, it's well, first of all, it might be Massachusetts, Nashua. What's the other one next to the State House?
Hooksett.
Merrimack and Hooksett.
Hooksett, yep.
4 things to get to one place.
Yeah.
All right? Okay, that's not going to happen. But we better do something. And you can't make that up. And they're estimating 20 to 40% of the license plates at this casino is going to be from New Hampshire. That is money coming from New Hampshire going there. You can't make that up.
Yeah, but is Lou D'Alessandro putting in the same bill that has failed for 20 plus years?
By one vote, and it was a Democrat who voted against it.
Yeah.
It was even. It was one Democrat. Shame on her.
Well, I heard that that they didn't care for Maggie. I heard Terry and Maggie don't like each other, so it was like. Because I was shocked because I'm thinking, all right, we got casinos now because there's no way that they were going to go against Maggie.
Look, I've talked to Lou D'Alessandro, and I said, look, Lou, what they should do, quite simply, is they should have 2 licenses.
Yes.
Call it one, say, from Franklin, New Hampshire, right across, anything beyond Franklin's north, anything before is south. Sell a south and a north license.
Well, why not just open to the market?
Let me finish.
Yep.
So you sell 2 licenses. These people come in and put $750 million over in Salem. $750 million. So you want to give them 24 months. You give them 24 months. In other words, they can build it, they can get their business going. So it lets us take a look and see what's going on. All right? Then the one up north, that license will be cheaper. Well, it has to be. No one's going to.
Yes.
But there are hotels up there, big places that we've given money to.
Oh, yeah.
Which they could start a casino tomorrow. I mean, if
the
we had it.
Balsams would love it.
Okay, so that brings more money. Not only does it bring more money, it brings more people to the state of New Hampshire. That's our whole idea. You bring the people. We treat them so nice. They want to come and they want to stay and they want to bring their businesses. That's how you do it.
No, how we do it is lower the BET tax.
John.
It's true. Lower
John,
the business tax.
Here's the casino in Massachusetts. This is New Hampshire right here. 40% of the people in that parking lot are from New Hampshire. What are they spending? Money?
Yes.
Where are they getting the money?
From New Hampshire.
Right. So we're letting this go away? You're saying that
open the
hundreds
market.
of millions of dollars a year you're going to let go someplace else? What's wrong with you?
Then don't have the regulations that the state keeps wanting.
What?
Because it cost us money.
What regulations?
Like the 50 police that were going to cost us after year 7.
John, we're talking $500 million a year.
No, it wouldn't be that
Stop
much.
with the 50 cops, okay?
It wouldn't be that much.
Take my word for it.
No. The market
Take my word
is saturated. It's saturated.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not saturated.
They're saying, what's the big one down in Connecticut? Foxwoods.
Yeah.
They say they're financially in trouble.
Well, that's
Even Trump's is
well,
gone.
Trump ran his businesses out.
Well,
Hold on a second.
They say Atlantic City
it was
is
better for him to go bankrupt than it was for him to continue, even making money. This is not a guy to trust. I am saying to you right now that if you don't do something, and we lose this, I'm not just talking about losing business here. I'm talking about the money from here going to there. That's what you should worry about. That's why, and we can set it up any way we want to before they come in.
So
Family
then why not
friendly.
open it up to the free market? That if you want to pay the licenses every year to have 6 slot machines, why can't you do it?
Well, did you just say saturated? Did I just say 2 licenses? One 24 months, one 24 months. Let them open. Let them get going. Let's see what they're doing. Let's see how it goes.
But what I want to
That's how you do it.
But what I want to see is that it continues forever.
What?
The license fee to the state. Because at year 7 or 8, with the last one, that D'Alessandro, the one they were going to put in Salem, it was going to end at year 7, the payment. So then we were on hook for all of the extra money, the police and the other fire and everybody else.
What are you talking about?
That's what the bill was. That's why we voted it down.
What are you talking about? You're misunderstanding this.
No.
How can you have a business come in and let's go to a $250 million, not a $500 million. How can you look at a $250 million and you're worried about 50 cops? That's the problem with us up here. We don't think big. You want to put slot machines everywhere. You want to if somebody pays $50 million for a license, hey, why should they pay any more? Aren't they paying us? Aren't we taxing them? Aren't we getting money from them anyway? Why do you want to do this?
Because it should be a licensed fee every year.
So $50 million they're going to pay for a license, so they want to pay them every year?
Well, just like, not have it at $50 million, have it at $10 million. But
why?
To have a daycare in Goffstown, you got to beg the state and you got to pay the fee every year to have that license.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. We have right down here is where we have our committee meetings, Goffstown.
Yes.
All right?
Yep.
4 years ago, there was 4.5 social workers. They were Hillsborough.
Yes.
$465,000 a year. Judge came in. Absolutely need them. They're very important. I don't want to put people in jail. The social workers would take them. The police come in. The police said, no. We don't know where to put them, so we put them in jail. If we get the social workers, they can work with them. Social workers come in. We save $1.5 million. $1.5 million a year.
Yep.
For $465,000. You know what they did?
What?
They fired them to save $465,000. So we lost over $1 million, but it made us look good until the drug situation took place.
Yes.
These social workers, if we had them in Hillsborough County, are like the parakeet in the cave. They would have known immediately what was taking place. We got sideswiped by this one. 400 people killing themselves a year with heroin.
More than that, yeah.
Those social workers were valuable. What a stupid thing that was.
Yeah, but where I think our heroin issue came from, for one, the government's involved, is it's true. The government gets involved, people die.
How does the government get involved?
Because they stopped the drug shopping that these people were doing. Some of them, not all. So let's say I was hooked, I'm addicted to painkillers. I went to Dr. Bob, and then I went to Dr.
I understand
Joe
that.
and all that.
Yeah.
The state did away with that, like all the other states, many of the other states. And now I go to Dr. Bob, he gives me some pain pills, and then after that he goes, John, I can't give you any more. So what do? I go to the street and do heroin because I'm addicted. That is what happened.
John.
So if you just let those people shop around,
John.
Those pills were a lot less dangerous than heroin.
Don't let them shop around.
But they were less dangerous than heroin.
Stop. No. What has to be done is this. I had a friend who, by the way, who's dying.
Yep.
All right. lost legs. He's having another one. Awful. When this bill came in, the medicine that he's been having for 10 years for his pain, every 30 days he's got to get there.
Yes.
The doctor's office. He's got to go to the pharmacy. Got to wait. Got to pick it up.
Yep.
Why 30 days? Why not 90 days? And instead of
agree.
listen to me, instead of they can have all the pills they want to. 90 days, you got to go back. Instead of giving them the prescription, send it to the pharmacy. Nobody touches it.
Yes.
The pharmacy. Okay, so that saves a lot of money. He goes in. Listen to this. And what he's got, he has a very mild medication, which he still got to go to get it. Goes in 3 nights in a row. They cut his legs. They cut them to drain them. The doctor gives him 7 Percocets for a prescription. He goes down to Walgreens. Walgreens says, "Oh, we can't give it to you." He says, "Why?" He says, "Because you already have a pain pill." He says, "I know, but this is to keep pain. This one is they cut my leg off."
Yeah.
Is there a difference?
Yes.
All right. Why is it? Why don't we do something about that?
We should.
Okay, 1/10% cause all the trouble. Hundreds of thousands of people in the state of New Hampshire are going through what this guy's going through. That shouldn't happen.
No, I agree.
How are you going to stop it?
We got to fix the law that stops them from going doctor to doctor.
That's already done.
I know.
That's already done. But the problem is.
But we got to open it back up
you
to
know,
allow them.
No, you don't do that. You don't do doctor to doctor. That you should stop that, because he even tells me he knows people who.
Well, but then they're just going to the street. So how do we stop that? Because it starts at the doctor. This is what they're saying. Some, not all. Some people just go right to the street. But some are addicted to the painkillers, and then they end up.
You know, John, I'll give you 1% of 100%. That's 99%. Do not do that. It's the 1% that does it that hurts the 99%.
Well, yeah.
All right? So you don't really have many to work with. But when they take heroin and they take his Percocets and put it in the same category, all of a sudden, oh my God, this is terrible. This guy has, like for a backache medicine, has his leg cut open and they can't get, he's in pain?
Yeah.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah.
Go on forever.
Yes. Well, I just want to show you the last clip real quick, just because we're almost to the end, and here it is right here.
Stein's crusade to expose voter injustice has
That's
backfired
scary.
once again.
I don't want to look at
Green
that.
Party candidate just blew
I don't
the
want
lid off
homely
major
too, huh?
ballot box
Homely as can
fraud
be.
in the city of Detroit,
Yeah.
where
Is that-
Hillary
is
Clinton
that
won
Fox News?
big. Election
Yes.
officials
Oh, that's real
uncovering
bad. Of
more
course, they tell the
votes
truth.
than voters in a third of the city's precincts.
So how do they
How
get
do
more
you
voters?
Who?
Detroit.
Detroit had more voters?
More voters than, no, they had more votes than voters.
Excuse me.
That's what Jill Stein just uncovered it.
Excuse me. That was on what? Fox?
Yeah, it was aired
I'll
on
tell you what,
CNN.
if you go to a break,
CNN.
again, if you went to a break right now, I can get on my iPhone and I can find out if that's factual. Because fake news.
Well, they're trying to shut that down.
Fake news?
Yeah, they are.
Well, they ought to after what Trump has done.
No.
Talk about fake news. This is terrible.
No, you don't think Trump's going to save America?
What was wrong with America?
We're going into bankruptcy with
Excuse me?
$21 trillion.
How can he take over the presidency and on that very month lose 850,000 jobs, 10% unemployment, now down to 4% unemployment?
Yeah.
All right, down to 4%. Stock markets off the, no matter what you say Trump did, he brought it from 6 to 18. This is what Obama did. And the thing is falling apart?
Yes.
What's wrong? Make America great again? What was wrong with it?
Well, I don't want the refugees for one, and we need to fix Obamacare.
Okay, that's two things. So you're going to completely clean house and not fix two things.
No, we need to fix our business regulations. The
Oh,
EPA is out of control.
Business regulations.
Yes.
35%. Right?
What's 35%?
Well, that's how much we're charging. He wants to bring it down to what?
oh, down to 15, 20%.
15%. I'll tell you something, because I'm in commerce again. But
Yep.
a lot of people are going to Ireland because it's 17%. That sounds good, doesn't it?
Yes.
So everybody's going to go to Ireland.
Yep.
And I say, okay, you go to Ireland and you take your money from here and you go over there. But if you're in a country and you're surrounded and they're going to get you, you call Ireland and have them go and save you.
Oh, I agree with that too.
And the thing is,
I
why
agree
we
there.
spend this much is we have a lot. Defense.
Yeah, but we can't be $20 trillion in debt. We just can't.
It's
Yep.
going down. It hasn't been going up. It's going down.
Yeah. No.
Well, hold on a second. Let's see if I get this straight. Let's see. When there was Reagan, then there was Bush, and it took Clinton 8 years to bring it down with money, and then you had Bush for 8 years, which brought it as high as can be, and then the whole world's falling apart.
Yes.
And then you bring in a Democrat and straightens everything out. Now you want a Republican again?
Yes. We have to.
Yeah.
But we're at the end. So you're going to have to come back so we can finish.
You're going to have to come down.
That's right. I will.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
I always have a good time.
Yes. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show, and I can't wait to see you next week. Bye now.